Hello, this is Top Reps Recruiting Exposure Package Interviews by Sunil Sundaraj. Tonight, I'm happy to be speaking with Kate Mireles, a junior at Christian Heritage High School in Dalton, Georgia, and the outfielder on the varsity softball team at SWAT Athletic Academy Team. Kate, thank you so much for the opportunity. Great to be speaking with you, and congrats on your success playing softball.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome, Bob. Can you describe your experience, playing softball for both of these teams here? You've enjoyed immense success here the
Mhm.
past couple of years. Must be very satisfying for you, Kate.
It is. So I'm currently playing softball for my school, Christian Heritage, and currently playing for a travel team called SWAT Athletics Academy. My
Hmm.
experience with Christian Heritage, it's been a pretty good season throughout my high school career. Freshman year, I came out strong, swinging the bat, strong defense as always, and coming out with the end of the season, we finished out as first region, first team, first all region, and
Hmm.
then also incoming season with SWAT Athletics, our summer and spring season. I
Hmm.
finished strong, coming in and finishing sixth place in Colorado, hitting 3 home runs and helping us win throughout the tournament.
Hmm.
And throughout sophomore year, it was a few little bumps. We're still trying to make an adjustments, especially making adjustments to travel to school ball and then school ball to travel. But
Yeah,
once I made those adjustments, I finally clicked and got back right on track.
yeah.
And especially right now, as a junior is a very hard task, but as of now, it's all about like time management. So in the beginning of my junior year as a player and varsity starting for Christian Heritage, it was a lot of time consuming because at the same time you're a junior and you get loaded with work, and then on
Yeah.
top of that you got games on top of games on top of games, and then double headers. But after all that, I realized that like you're gonna enjoy the game, and then at the same time you're gonna be a junior once in your life. So I took that time to take, use
Yeah.
that time management and analyzing like, okay, make sure I got to get this schoolwork done, and then focus on my athletics, and then we come to a conclusion and going into the Sweet 16. That was a lovely excitement. We actually got to be in the Sweet 16 since maybe 2017. That's been a couple of years. So I
Yeah.
think it was a good opportunity for us, Christian Heritage Softball Fast Pitch Organization, to go into the Sweet 16 in the state playoffs. Unfortunately, we didn't make the second round of playoffs. We lost the first game and then won the second game. But we can always come back this upcoming season. As of
Yeah.
now, in the new 2026 season for SWAT Athletic Academy, we are still developing as a team with a record of 26 wins and 5 losses, and we're still developing as a team. We may have some weaknesses, but we're still developing as a team and working on those weaknesses.
Yeah, that's wonderful news to hear. I mean, just in terms of the valuable experience that you're gaining with playing for both of these teams is just again spectacular. And hitting 453 this season, obviously contributing to the team, being able to have that success at the plate, just in terms of your abilities, must be very fulfilling. Again, to see all your hard work paying off here, Kate.
Yes, sir. It is.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, I said again, playing for SWAT at the county based out of Grayson, Georgia, the past 3 years. And you mentioned the accolades and accomplishments, for playing for both Christian Heritage High School and SWAT Athletic Academy. Could you just
Mhm.
talk about, again, be able to maintain that level of consistency, focus, and discipline? That's
Mhm.
not easy again to do, but able to run it back year after year again. How fulfilling is that for you, Kate, personally?
Personally, it really is fulfilling because at the same time, throughout high school, I always think to myself, I'm only going to be a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, and a senior once in a
Hmm.
lifetime. And then I get into that college life where I get to be a freshman, a sophomore, junior, etc. But
Yeah.
I took initiative on the approaches of my school years and especially applying them into my travel years because when I first was an upcoming freshman, I was so tempted, like, I know I'm good, but what if there's other girls greater than me?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I live in a small uh, hometown, but I had to show up and show out and show the true person who I am. So I showed out, got, like I said, first team region, all
Hmm.
region, and second year came around as a sophomore, still had the same approach, still got I received an award, first team all region, and being an honorable mention
Yeah.
sophomore, and and defensive player of 2025. And then last year, my bad, this past year, 2025, became first team all region and the most honorable mention in all state region. And I
Yeah.
applied that throughout my softball career because I know what potential I have. And the coaches that I have are obviously amazing. The belief that they had in me, the
Hmm.
encouragement, they pushed me to the limit. And I was like, okay, like I know like what I gotta do and what potential I have. So and then I apply that into the field and change the mindset of the game
Yeah.
and having fun. And I think that changed the whole mentality of the game, just having fun and
Yeah.
taking advantage of the time on the field with my friends and my teammates and my sisters. Because
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm not going to see those sisters. We're all going to go separate ways. So I think it was a fulfilling moment throughout high school ball and travel ball.
Yeah, and I'm sure in your freshman year, being able to learn from the upperclassmen, the seniors, and take that experience, and now, of course, you're have come full circle here. You're an upperclassman, and
Right.
being able to again pass down that knowledge and all the,
Hmm.
in terms of all the experience that you've been able to describe and see through your first couple of years, and I'm sure
Hmm.
the freshmen definitely benefit from that, just as you did when you first started out as well, Kate.
Yes. And I still love to be a leader as a team. I like to show examples throughout school ball and
Mm.
travel ball, no matter what age it is, like especially for travel ball, we're all the same age. But at the same time, it's one of my, for example, outfielders are having trouble
Hmm.
with the drill. I still step in and still be a
Yeah.
leader as an outfielder, especially playing
Hmm.
a center fielder. And for school ball, I mean, now that, like you said, I'm an upperclassman, I still got to set an example for the lower
Yeah.
classmen and still help them out, whether they know the drill or not. I'm still going to step in and play my part as a teammate and a leader.
Yeah, it's wonderful to hear. And look, what makes you so unique, again, being able to showcase your abilities offensively and defensively, is that you
Mhm.
play all three positions in the outfield. Just
Yes.
again, you're bringing that approach, again in the outfield. And
Mhm.
as you said, be able to set an example for your teammates, for the younger,
Mhm.
uh, underclassmen, the freshmen, sophomores. That takes a lot in terms of the training and the regimen. I said, can you walk people through that? Because that's, again, be able to shift from one position to another. And I'm sure every position, again, brings something different to the table here, Kate.
Mhm. Yep. I would say it is an experience as I'm going along with softball because, like
Mm.
I said, I started softball since T-ball around like 5 years old. Now that
Hmm.
I'm 17, it's been like an incredible journey.
Yeah.
T-ball, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, like it's fun. We're here to play. Like,
Yeah.
yay. Like, oh, we got a hit. It's all a fun game. But
Yeah.
and then once it flips that switch to like being a like tween, like 10
Yeah.
through like 13, becoming a teenager, and then now an
Hmm.
older teenager, it is a whole different, complete. a game. You got now
Yeah.
college coaches recruiting. Now you're playing with higher girls, higher level
Hmm.
competition, and it is just a
Yeah.
whole journey. But I will
Yeah.
say my practicing throughout these whole years are paying off.
Yeah. I mean, shagging, I said fly balls, being able to communicate with the rest of your teammates is so essential.
Hmm.
Can you describe that process? And then obviously working on your mechanics, your fundamentals at the plate. You bat and throw right-handed.
Hmm.
Just what does that entail for you? Because that's quite a bit, again, to uh, work on a daily basis. Again, can you
Right.
just, I mean, I'm sure that's something, again, you take a lot of pride and joy in as well here, Kate.
Mhm. So as of now, I'm currently playing soccer and doing travel ball at the same
Okay.
time. And on top of that, I'm doing schoolwork still and
Yeah.
finishing up strong with my academics. It
Hmm.
is, I would say, it is very difficult on trying to squeeze in practices with my
Yeah.
dad and my travel team that is out of Grayson, Georgia. And I would say it is quite a drive.
Yeah.
So time management is really a lot of time management. But
Yeah.
I tell myself like my hard working is gonna pay off eventually. And
Yeah.
I tell myself, I'm like, you just gotta push to the limit, push to the limit. Which I tell myself there's no limit. So all you gotta do is just push, push, push.
Yeah.
But my working ethnic is pretty I stay confident. I know the drills in my head. Like I visualize like my next play. For example, if there's a girl at first and second, I tell my outfielders like, okay, like if you're getting a pop fly, like make sure you just hit your cut and just look to see if the girl in second is gonna throw to third, or
Hmm.
if it's a hard ground ball, make sure you're throwing all the way to third. And we just work on those mechanics where it's just really a mental game. We've noticed that like
Yeah.
my outfielders, like we have a solid, my whole team for SWAT Athletic Academy, our defense is totally solid, so fire. Like it is
Mhm.
really, our defense is really good. But
Yeah.
we realized that we focused this on like those little weaknesses, and we realized that it is all a mental game. And we
Yeah.
realized how it, the mental game really changes the physical game.
Hmm.
And I tell my outfielders, like I have one of my outfielders who are struggling, and I'm like, hey, like it's all in the confidence. Like your
Yeah.
mechanics is all good, but at the same time, it's all in the mindset. All you
Yeah.
gotta do is just have confidence, play relax, and just remember, I'm by your side to help you out with anything. Like I tell them where to go, where the plays, how many outs, and just staying
Hmm.
communicative with my outfielders.
Yeah.
Defensive wise, I've been struggling with that, but as I'm like I said, practicing squeezing practices between
Hmm.
soccer, my normal travel team practices. I'm working on my mechanics with offensive, and
Yeah.
I've realized how I've changed my approach at the plate, especially it still being like a mental game. And I had a lot of mental, I want to say mental health, but realizing like I was always in my head over analyzing pitches, like, oh, like giving credit to the pitcher as if we're playing a D1 commit, D2 commit. I was always analyzing those kind of pitches. But I realized I turn off that switch, and wherever that pitch is hit, I go and attack the ball, and I'm getting on the base.
Yeah. I mean, again, being aware of the situations, at hand, I think
Hmm.
that is critical because, surveying the field, what's going on. Obviously, I said in the infield, when the pitcher throws, the ball, and then obviously when there's contact, and then being able to react to that. And then obviously when
Yeah.
you're up at the plate against the opposing pitcher, just in terms of communicating with your fellow teammates when they're at bat, be able to get vital information just on the
Hmm.
pitches, and then eye coordination and hands as well. I mean that all kicks in, but I think that really comes down to the drills in practice, the reps. That matters, I think, the most, and that makes it, the
Hmm.
transition much easier, I think, Kate.
Right.
It's great. Hey, again, being a multi-sport athlete, I'm sure it's strength and conditioning, nutrition, just being able to uh, stay in shape, like, I said, constantly. that just again is so resourceful, and that really again helps you out, just like in terms of, I mean, because obviously you take a lot of nicks, a lot of bumps and bruises, but
Right.
still being able to maintain, said again that level of just consistency as well.
Hmm.
That's great. Hey, let's just talk about game day and practices. Obviously, both teams putting that Christian Heritage High School, said SWAT Athletic Academy Team jerseys, that
Hmm.
uniform, the number 5 jersey for the Lions, Christian
Yeah.
Heritage High School, and then number 27 for SWAT Athletic Academy Team. What has that meant to you personally every time you take the field here, Kate?
When I take the field, I think of my confidence. Usually, when I think of my confidence, I think of being relaxed and thinking about my approach at the field, defense, and on the play. For CHS, I know we played some girls that play travel or that are doing school ball for fun, but I still take the same approach as I would if I were playing for SWAT Athletics. Still having that
Hmm.
same approach, still attacking the ball, still going after it, making diving plays, and still approaching as if I was playing with my teammates for SWAT. I still take that same mindset over to school ball and change the mindset from school ball to still in that SWAT mentality.
Yeah, that's great. And the fact is, the atmosphere must be electrifying, for both schools.
Mhm.
Can you talk about playing, it said obviously for varsity softball, home games as well as road games, building up that team chemistry, that cohesiveness, which I'm sure you've done as well with, with the SWAT Athletic Academy team, being able to go around the country, showcase tournaments. What
Mhm.
has those experience been for you? I mean, I'm sure that's something you really soak up as well.
Yeah, I really love the chemistry between both teams. For school ball, you have like all kinds of like underclassmen, upperclassmen. Now that I'm an
Hmm.
upcoming senior, finishing out as a junior, I think us seniors like find that chemistry with younger folks, whether they're struggling in a class or like, oh, they have issues with like boy problems. We still find that
Hmm.
connection to connect and
Yeah.
find ways to have fun with the game, whether they're having issues with a drill. We still apply to personal life and softball life. And the
Yeah.
same thing goes with SWAT Athletic Academy. I mean, we're always chatting like how's life going because we're all from different parts. I'm from
Yeah.
Dalton, Georgia. All my teammates are from like Buford, Gwinnett, Grayson, Kennesaw. We're all from like they're all
Hmm.
around like the Atlanta area, and now I'm up
Hmm.
north, and
Okay.
we just talk about our daily lives, like how's everything going, how's school, how stressful school is, as my teammates are seniors and juniors, and we're just trying to finish out strong with academics. And
Yeah.
then sometimes like we kind of like grew up as like sisters. It's all about that sisterhood that we
That's true.
connect,
Yeah.
and we all relate to that. And we're like, once summer like season hits, it's like dang, like we've been in each other's life for about 2 years or more, and it's like
Hmm.
that sisterhood really builds on. And I look
Yeah.
forward to that sisterhood as I'm continuing my softball season, as ending as a junior, as an upcoming senior, along with CHS organization with my new teammates, the upcoming new classmen,
Hmm.
and figuring out like as I'm going as my senior year, and then choosing which college I like to go to or attend to. I'm still approaching as like a sisterhood and trying to find that chemistry.
Yeah, that's outstanding to hear, because these are connections, lifelong friendships that will carry well beyond the softball field and for years to come, even
Mhm.
after you graduate from high school. Hey, just
Right.
circling back to the Christian Heritage High School, in terms of the support from the student body, the administration, athletic department, what has that been, for the softball team and for you personally here, Kate?
Personally, for me at CHS, it's really been an impactful way with the coaches changing every year, but I
Hmm.
still treated every coach as if it was a normal coach. Like they
Yeah.
give me the same respect as I would give them as well. No matter who it is, I still give them respect. I'm still coachable. I'm still listening and giving them what they want, and giving that same approach as if they're coaching as a not softball team, a travel
Yeah.
team, but I
Yeah.
still give that same respect. Like, for example, my freshman year, we had a new coach that came in from Atlanta. It was his
Okay.
first year. He only coached a baseball team, but not so much as a softball team. But I still take
Hmm.
that same approach as if he had the knowledge of having to coach a new softball team or an old
Yeah.
softball team. Then my sophomore year, we had another coach that also came from Atlanta. He's only coached softball for like possibly 5 years, approximately 6 years.
Hmm.
Still giving them the same respect, same approach as if my travel coach was there watching me. I still would give the same approach to my Christian Heritage head coach. Now,
Hmm.
my junior and upcoming senior year coach, he's still going to be our head coach, who is the
Okay.
athletic director for CHS. He's been a softball and baseball fan for a long, long time. He has a son who recently graduated, who's a alumni at CHS as well.
Okay.
I'm giving him that same respect as I if I were with my SWAT Athletic Academy
Yeah.
coach. So
Yeah.
no matter who it is, whether they have no experience with softball or not, I'm still gonna say have that same approach. Whether I'm gonna give it my all, make sure I'm doing my job and doing my job as a teammate, a leader, and a teammate.
Yeah, that's fantastic to hear. I know that with SWAT Athletic Academy, said a proven
Hmm.
track record in terms of the development, the coaches. I'm sure that's something
Hmm.
that, again, for you has been, truly rewarding as well.
Right.
That's great. Hey, as you mentioned before, it's just not being an athlete, it's being a student athlete. You've been able to excel in the classroom, 3.8 GPA. I mean, you hit it right on the mark, Kate.
Right.
Time management and organization. So,
Yes, it
I,
is.
and you're a member of the Beta Interacting and National Honor Society clubs. I mean, just so crucial for demonstrating your ambition, your focus.
Yes.
That you're cognizant that look, it's gonna extend, well beyond high school. That you obviously want to play at the college level. So it's not easy between the
Mm-mm.
practices, the training, the games. I mean, you're exhausted when you come home. I said after a long day, then you have to hit the books and have to
Oh yeah.
prepare for homework, tests, quizzes. Again, not everybody's cut
Hmm.
out the same cloth for it, but you've been able to again
Hmm.
meet those expectations. I'm sure for you that really does. I mean, it's meaningful and to you.
It is. And especially that I'm more up north from my teammates. Their drive is
Mm-hmm.
probably like 30 minutes from where we practice. And it's
Mm-hmm.
about like 2 hours where I practice. And like I said, time management is my prior thing as
Mm-hmm.
being a student athlete. When my mom's taking me down to practice, I make sure I have those 2 hours to at least work on my
Mm-hmm.
vocab or study for my
Yeah.
chemistry or my history to make sure I'm accelerating in those classes. And
Yeah.
then after that, probably take like a short nap before practice because it is a long drive. But
Yeah.
yeah, I make sure I get my work done, make sure, okay, I have a quiz Thursday because usually we have practice Wednesdays. Wednesdays when we're going down to Atlanta, make sure this is on the quiz, this is on the quiz. Okay, make
Yeah.
sure I study for this and this and this. And I still, no matter what, I still try to find that time to where I get my work done, especially um for example, like Thursday, we recently had a game and we came home pretty late because it was a pretty far away game. And I
Mm-hmm.
still came home pretty exhausted, running
Yeah.
back and forth on that field. But I
Yeah.
knew that like I had a quiz the next day or a test. So I had to jump right on it. Even though I was tired, I
Yeah.
still had to jump right on it.
Yeah. I mean, it just, again, the grind, but just being
Mhm.
organized, detail oriented, prioritizing, what your commitments are. And obviously, again, you've been able to meet that bar. As you would, I mean, you've been playing softball for a long time, since you were 5 years
Oh, yeah.
old. Remember the first time you swung a bat and put the uniform on.
Oh my goodness. I just remember we just had like a baby picture around here, and I just remember my little metallic Barbie bat and little like short
Yeah.
sleeves uniform and having shorts and long socks.
Yeah.
Man, those were some good days.
What's it about the game of softball that just, again, separates itself from the rest of those sports? Whether it's said on and off the field. I know you talked about the sisterhood. Are there any other elements that, really do stand out to you, Kate?
I personally think it's the bonding on the field when we
Yeah.
know, like, when we have a fantastic play, everybody's hyped, everybody's energetic about wanting to play. Then on defense, we're like so hyped, ready to get the outs. We make sure
Hmm.
we back up our pitcher, make sure we're doing our job. Then we're ready to bounce back with our bats, and it's just
Yeah.
an exciting game for me,
Yeah.
especially like being hyped. Yeah, yet recently we won a championship at a tournament. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
We going 6-0 throughout the whole day. It being a one
Yeah.
day especially, and it was exciting spending the whole day with like my teammates, like sisterhood, the
Yeah.
chemistry that was all there, and we put in our parts with defense and offense, and that coming together, it's just been so fun, and you really find that enjoyment in softball.
Yeah, I mean, those are the memories you cherish forever. I mean, you don't
Mhm.
let go of that. You'll look back years from now and say, that those were the days that you just, again, meant so much. They were so memorable that you were able to share it with all these girls. And, again, it's just,
Mhm.
to win a chip, like that's like the
Yeah.
ultimate ending. That's the bucket list.
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
there has been such an emphasis placed now, of course, with technology, streaming, social media,
Mhm.
promoting, softball, girl and women in sports. You're Latina, Hispanic born. I mean, just in terms of the diversity, I'm sure that's
Oh,
something
yeah.
that you also are, you recognize that is so important. I'm sure to you and
Mhm.
to your heritage, to your culture as well.
It is very important to me, Raj. When I think about my heritage, also when I'm playing softball, I think like not many Hispanics get to play, like Latinas play
Hmm.
sports or play
Hmm.
softball, and I'm like thinking to myself, being blessed that my parents provided me to
Yeah.
let me be in a good athletic team and actually enjoy the game, actually travel to these tournaments, and I'm like so thankful for God, my parents, what they provided me, and especially me being Hispanic, there's
Hmm.
not a lot of percentage of Latinas playing softball. They usually play
Yeah.
soccer. No,
Yeah.
no hate. I mean, I play soccer on the side, but
Yeah.
but no hate. But at the same time, there's not that much percentage. Like
Yeah.
usually when I look at Texas, for example, there's this one pitcher that really stands out to me, Gutierrez, the pitcher. I really look up to her. She really
Hmm.
inspired me as her being a pitcher, starting with at a high D1 competition for Texas
Yeah.
and going and winning all these World Series games. And I'm just like, wow,
Hmm.
like she's doing that for her heritage and herself at the same time. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to be like her one day. I want to
Yeah.
accelerate as a Hispanic and continue with my softball career. Because not like I said, not a lot of Hispanics like accelerate
No.
with softball, and not a lot of Latinas play softball. So I take that kind of personally, mainly personally, because I
Hmm.
just know what I'm able to do and what the coaching staff has provided me with their skills and drills and
Yeah.
help me develop in my skills. And I'm like, okay, like I see the true self in me, and especially in this society, it's so much hatred between, it's so diverse these days, and it's like I gotta stand out for my culture. I gotta stand out for my heritage.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because there are a lot of kids attending these games, and the fact is that you're looking up to uh, other women, who are playing at the college level, but then you look at,
Hmm.
as you said, started at T-ball and then moved up the ladder, and those are the girls. That's the crowd you want to be able to set that example for, which, again, you're doing such a fantastic job. You mentioned family, your parents, you have a younger sibling, a 7-year-old brother. Just talk about that encouragement, that guidance. I'm sure that's something that, again, has played a pivotal role in shaping who you are in terms of your values, your beliefs.
Hmm.
Again, how much? I mean, just I'm sure that's something you really have counted on quite a bit here, Kate.
Right. So, as a journey being an older sibling, I
Yeah.
realized that I kind of already saw like the vision, like, oh yeah, he's gonna be a baseball player. But I mean, he came out that womb ready to swing a bat. Like, we have the video where we were living with our grandma's house when we were building our
Yeah.
house, and I should remember he had a little toy monkey, and there was like a little hole at the top. He had a
Yeah.
tennis ball on top, and he had a Gatorade bottle in his hand, and he was swinging that tennis ball as if he was hitting off the tee. And I was like, "Yep, this boy's gonna
Yeah.
be in
You
the pro
passed it out.
major
You
league."
passed it down very well.
Oh yeah. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a leader to my brother. I'm gonna set an
Yeah.
example." And right now, we've been like the growing together, I'm trying to help him develop as his skills as if I were
Hmm.
getting developed as a coach,
Yeah.
or not as a coach, getting lessons from a coach.
Yeah.
And I set an example for him, especially him being younger than me and being my sibling, because being a sibling, it matters to me. He's
Hmm.
important in my life.
Yeah.
And like now these days, like he's ready to go on the field. And I'm like, we're all worn out. My parents are worn
Yeah.
out. I'm tired. And he's like, let's go practice. Let's go practice.
Yeah.
I'm like, Gordo, like, come
He's
on,
got that
man.
burst of energy,
Oh yeah.
flying all
Yeah.
around the place. That's great. Hey, I know that, again, with so many commitments and the pressures on, it's so competitive, as you alluded to, but
Hmm.
I know you're able to kick back. I mean, you have a plethora of hobbies: dancing, workouts, volunteering, soccer, hiking, fishing, shopping, painting, singing, pottery, and crossword puzzles. I don't know how you fit that in, but you do. You manage to accomplish it. But I'm sure that's something where you could really kick back, relax, clear your head, and be able to
Hmm.
focus on those tasks. And I'm sure that it's something that is enjoyable to you.
Yeah, like right now I'm currently taking ceramics
Okay.
second time in my high school career, and
Yeah.
I like taking ceramics, like basically pottery, because it helps me clear my mind and actually like
Mhm.
focus on something else rather than it being a core classes or softball. It gets me in a different place, in a different mindset, different focus to get everything away and focuses on like that little thing.
Yeah.
And I try like time management, like I said, like I hardly get any free time, but once I get my free time, once I don't have no homework, no practice, and it's just like a me time, sometimes I just like to build Legos. Legos is a big thing for me. I like to build Legos. I don't know why. Even my
Yeah.
brother, he has little Legos, and I like to build them with them. And it just helps
Yeah.
us get us like away from like school, sports. It just helps
Yeah.
us like stay relaxed and like still being active, but not too active, you know?
Yeah, it's magnificent, because there's so much, again, stress, tension. I mean, it builds
Hmm.
up, and then you need to breathe and, be able to, just, step away from it. And again, that you've been able to find those activities where you can do so. Before we came on the air, I talked about how um, I think historic this interview is. It's the first Top Prets recruiting exposure package interview since
Hmm.
Top Prets hit 200,000 followers, a milestone number. Obviously, social media plays a vital role in terms of recruiting.
Hmm.
Getting out in front of the coaches, the recruiters, and scouts. I mean, utilizing X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, through your highlight videos, training, practice, and game footage. So talk about that,
Hmm.
because, again, really to showcase, what you could do on and off the field here, Kate.
So when I'm practicing with my dad, I make sure I get the highlights of what I'm working on and what I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
fix as in my weakness. And I tell them like, hey, can you like record me for my outfield? So like
Yeah.
I let coaches know that like I'm getting reps in, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
after the tournament or during the week or after a busy week. I'm still putting in that work. I'm not utilizing my time or like leaving that extra time just to be on my phone. Because like you said, phone takes up most of our time, especially as a teenager these days.
Yeah.
Like, especially
Mm-hmm.
me, like, phone does take up time. Being on social media, scrolling on TikTok for days and days and days. And it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I got to put that away. That's not going to get me recruited. So that's
Yeah.
when you step in and actually focus on what's my priority. My priorities are academics,
Mm-hmm.
sports, and then having fun times with my brother or like my hobbies that I like. Then once I get like to my cooling down time. I can scroll for a few minutes, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I got to focus on me. But as a recruiting progress right now, I'm trying to get my exposure out there, especially
Yeah.
being Hispanic, outfielder, playing for
Mm-hmm.
small organizations. I'm still putting in that work like, okay, I'm going to get my work done. My work's going to pay off. And I got to make sure I tag these coaches, email these coaches, make sure these coaches are getting my emails, make sure I
Mm-hmm.
sign up for these camps because at the same time I'm still a junior. There are some juniors that committed early, but I
Yeah.
still have time to, okay, I gotta eliminate from a 50 list to a 10 list and attempt to those 10 colleges camps to see, okay, which one's the better fit. And I'm still in
Yeah.
that progress right now. I still got my senior year, but at the same time, it's time goes by fast.
Yeah. That's right.
So we're trying to get as much exposure right now, especially in the summer. Now that school is ending and being like the only last 3 to 4 weeks, trying to fit in those camps, still emailing like, hey, I'm going to come to your camps. Just here's a preview of me. Here's my account.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my Twitter. And trying to get in that exposure and also finding that connection with the coaches and
Yeah.
messaging with them because you still want to stay in contact with those coaches. You don't want to be like the last option. I got to make
Yeah.
sure I'm still in contact with those coaches. I'm not a last pick. Like I'm still in their heads at the same time.
Yeah.
Even though they're in season, I still am in their back of their heads like, okay, what are the upcoming 2007 or 2000 2027?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's establishing that line of communication, standing out, and you want to
Mhm.
get out in the forefront. And as you said, those camps, those college camps, I mean, are so useful. I mean, the fact is that you can gain so much again experience from them,
Right.
and be able to talk to the coaches, uh, showcase your skills,
Mhm.
show them, again, who you're made of. And I think that is really critical. And then that as you hit it right on the mark, exposure and visibility. I mean, that's really,
Mhm.
I think the key to success. Hey, before you get the last word here, Kate,
Mhm.
you mentioned, I mean, just in terms of younger kids, athletes out there, and like, it's so competitive. And you said you've been playing softball for a long duration, but it's not easy to find, a sport that you're good at. I'm wondering what advice and what would be the message to those younger kids and athletes out there as they're trying to navigate, said really what they're good at and, just
Mhm.
be able to stick with the process. That's sometimes it's easy to check out. Just the demands really catch up with you. But just what would
Mhm.
be, the best word for them?
I would say for the younger generation, the message as a junior becoming a senior, almost
Hmm.
finishing high school, the message for the younger generation, I would say never give up and utilize your time wisely. Now
Hmm.
that I feel like the new generation has become, I wouldn't say brain rot, but like they have a different mindset between like phones and then like what they actually want to do, what they really put in, but it's all what you got to do. It's all what you truly want to do. And at the same time, do you really want to do this?
Yeah.
Because throughout, like, especially me playing softball for a really long time, I always had a, like, when I was going through my like tweens, I was like, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to do this? But and then once high school hit, I was like, no, like, I truly want to do this. So it's all like, are you really committed to the sport or are you doing this for somebody else? It really
Hmm.
depends on yourself. Younger generations don't really consider like pushing themselves. and pushing themselves to where they want to get. Because I feel like at the same time, they're not really in that same mindset as the older generation. Older
Mhm.
generation had different ways to get better, but now that we had advanced technology and we're getting sidetracked with, oh, we're gonna be in middle school, we're gonna be in high school, like that mentality is eventually gonna change. And don't stick to mediocre. Be accelerative and know that you can go beyond. Don't always stay mediocre.
Mhm.
Know what's best for you and only you.
Yeah, sound advice. Hey, Kate, well deserved. You get the final message here for family, friends, teammates, coaches on the Christian Heritage Varsity Softball Team and SWAT Athletic Academy, the student body, administration, athletic department at Christian Heritage High School and community in Dalton, Georgia. Wanted to give you the floor. I'm sure there are a lot of people you want to thank here, Kate.
Yes, I would thank Jesus for one, for especially pushing to where I got to right now. I didn't think I was gonna be on this interview until my dad told me. And I'm
Yeah.
blessed that I'm on this interview to get, like I said, more exposure, make sure colleges are looking at my Twitter, highlights,
Mhm.
videos. And I just want to thank to Jesus for giving me a life, another day to live, another a year to live, having my family by my side, especially keeping them late at the softball field, make it being late, very late, then coming home late, and thanking my parents at the same time. Blessed that I have a family, blessed that I have a home and a brother, and blessing that I'm blessed that my parents are providing what I got and what I can do, especially being a high competitive softball team. I'm very, very much blessed for what God has provided me, especially going to a private school. I didn't think I was going to go to a private school, but it was a blessing from God to provide me and my family to be in.
Well said, Kate. A true honor and privilege being able to speak with you about your softball journey, playing for Christian Heritage High School varsity softball team and SWAT Athletic Academy team. I know there is more to come. Another year left
Mhm.
under your belt, and can't wait to see what you do, especially this summer and then moving forward. And again, wishing you continued success, Kate.
Thank you, Ron.